most emotional fuck you would ever have. You would literally have to make love.
She'll feel closer to you.
Okay.
Because you bonded over that. Because it means something to every woman.
All right, cool.
It does.
That's
And every gay man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that and put it in my pocket.
That means you would have sex where neither one of your bodies ever leave each other.
Oh, wait.
That one,
Wait, I need
that
you
one,
to tell me this again.
It would just be.
You would have sex where neither one of
Neither one of your bodies
How
left
do you normally
each other.
have sex then? If your body, I thought your bodies are not
I'm-
supposed to leave each other.
I'm coming off of you at least right before I come
You're
on
coming.
you.
Oh.
Well, look, I'm good enough to where we can quickly have sex and watch beaches also.
Quickly. Yes. We can manage all of these things in a night.
Beaches, you cannot quickly watch beaches.
We can
I
get
don't
it-
think you
No,
understand.
I said we
There's
can
so
quickly
much
watch
emotional
beaches.
investment.
I mean, we can quickly have
Have
sex.
sex and then
We
watch
could definitely
beaches.
do that.
Cuddle and watch beaches.
Beaches is
Definitely.
probably
I'm
a
down
good
to cuddle.
after-sex movie because Beaches doesn't turn anybody on.
No.
No.
I wouldn't say.
No.
The Goonies, on the other hand,
Turns Seth on.
turns my child. No, when I was a kid, Grease turned me on. Let me tell you something.
Yeah?
John Travolta. Remember when he used to be attractive? I swear.
So Travolta.
He
Travolta.
was so cute back in the day, and he still pretends to be straight. It's horrible.
When I think of John Travolta being young, all I can think about is that scene in Saturday Night Fever where he's sitting at the table. My hair, you slapped my hair. You know, I spent hours on it.
That's not a bad
And you
Travolta
slapped it?
impression.
No, it wasn't bad. I mean, he was a
Not too
horrible
bad.
actor.
Oh,
I mean,
I also think you practiced that a little bit. Like you were like, I really hope this comes up. Like, I'm ready.
he was really hoping. He was really hoping to practice. You're gonna
give me my monologue.
That's
My hair.
funny.
You slapped my hair.
That is.
Yeah.
I
Funny.
feel like 50 Shades of Grey is a good movie to have sex to.
Ew.
I did.
That's so straight,
It's
man.
not a
of you
good
to
movie.
say.
Good in movie should not be put with 50 Shades of Grey. Like,
Well, I said had to have sex. Like I got
Blue
me some.
Lagoon.
I had a Tinder date a long time.
Blue Lagoon, get the fuck out of here.
Blue Lagoon.
Yes.
Where's your impression of that, Brandon?
Yeah, for real.
What's the Blue Lagoon impression,
I don't
Brandon?
know that I have one. I don't do a good Brooke Shields,
Oh,
especially.
really? I so thought you were a Brooke Shields kind of guy.
No,
I mean,
no.
How about the monster in the lagoon?
I don't know what woman is
What's
like,
that?
I'm going to fuck to this.
No, I'm gonna
Like,
fuck to this. Yeah, no, I don't
I'm
either.
not seeing it.
I don't either.
I've never watched.
I don't know any women that have seen that.
I've never watched a movie to sex. That's just my thing. It's interesting.
To sex?
No, you start the
Before
movie,
sex, during sex, after
No, you
sex.
start the
I don't-
movie and then
and then you get
Right.
into sex.
that's where 50 Shades of Grey is good because it's such a
Yes.
bad movie that they're like, I
Yeah.
guess I'll fuck this guy. Like,
Yes.
he's here.
Exactly. It's a Tinder date. It's a Tinder date. You know, she works
Oh my
at the
God.
veterinarian's office, so she's got 30 dogs watching
She
us.
better have ketamine.
It was
Ketamine.
the
Oh,
scariest.
It's a real specific memory.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
It was the scariest moment.
Daniel.
And fun at
Could
the
you
same
point
time.
the fan a little bit this way?
It's happening.
It's only
Possibly.
27
I'm
dogs. A pickle
I'm
likes
just
to
going
round
through
up.
menopause a
So
little
30
bit.
dogs is like 60 eyes.
Yeah, it was. I actually like 7 dogs, honestly, and it
It's
was
too many.
creepy as shit because they're all sitting there at attention, watching you hump their owner, and it's like.
I bet one of them was sniffing your ass.
They're like, no, they weren't. They weren't. I was like, it's an in and out game. We're getting in and getting
You're
out of
good.
this place because I was not expecting you to be a dog lady like this. you
Who's
know?
the dog lady?
The Tinder date I had? It was like over 5
I
years
don't go
ago.
on Tinder dates. Oh my God, I love you, Daniel. I don't go on Tinder dates anymore, mainly because they're Tinder dates.
Yeah, I don't go on.
Are they dates? Like,
They're not really.
They're
not for
hookers.
gay
just fuck
people.
appointment. Like, there's no
Yeah.
dating.
Not,
Shit sounds
not
Well,
for
I
gay-
dated. I had a Tinder date, and I dated this chick for 5 years, and we broke up, and it was the most devastating thing ever. You know what I mean? So I don't recommend just dating people off Tinder anymore.
Here's
I don't
my
recommend
thing.
dating people.
Yeah, but then it's kind of weird, right? Because
That too.
I'm not. My generation is so. This I can say for my age. My generation is so not used to like meeting people in bars.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. Like I had this guy who kept coming.
Make
to
sure
my...
you're talking into the mic.
Oh wait, we're recording this. I can't say this live.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean,
No, we're not recording.
Pickle's like looking
We're
at
not
me now.
recording right now.
Wait,
No.
I can't say this now.
Keep
we
talking,
edit, we
Seth.
edit all kinds of shit out.
say this now.
You can say whatever you want
Everything
and
can be
anything
edited.
that is
Well, no, I was just gonna say.
Just don't say his name.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly. I know. Thank God you remind. No, it's so
John
sweet.
Smith.
John
John
Smith.
Smith.
John.
lovely
what's the
man.
guy?
You're like, that's actually his name. It's
Actual name, John Smith. Adolf Hitler. No.
He's a bottom.
Too soon.
Way to show your
Adolf
age.
Hitler was a total bottom.
Total bottom.
But oh my God, that feels so fantastic right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, is that gonna pick up in the mics though? Is it too loud?
No, you're good.
Oh my God, I'm so
Yeah, that
happy.
does feel much better. Woo! It's a hot motherfucker, man.
It's a
How are
hot-
y'all dealing with the heat out there?
I have 5 fans around me. Clearly, I'm not dealing with the heat.
We're trying our best.
I just drink a lot. This solution to many, many problems.
Yeah, a cold one. Yeah, that's what it is.
I
baby.
find that I sweat alcohol out.
You
horribly.
sweat it out?
Yes, I sweat alcohol.
I go to the. Do you know what I do to prepare for the summer? And I know you're probably all gonna look at me like, oh, it's so millennial of you. But I go, or Gen Z, I guess. I go to the gym because it like prepares me to sweat my ass off.
It
You know
does.
what I mean? Like, so I actually like hardcore workout all the time because then I'm just sweating my ass off 24/7.
No, you're right. Your body does get used to that heat, and it can take it better. Cause I've been like, I mean, I worked out for over 10 years straight, and then I let it go. But I recently started walking every day, and it's just
Cardio is
so-
the best exercise.
It's so hot out there. You don't need to run
No.
in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We're below sea level, and we're like drowning, just breathing fucking evaporated water all
My
day
thing
long,
about it is
and
this.
It just melts.
I have a
your
deal to
wood.
pick with the asshole who discovered New Orleans. Why would you pick the lowest sea point in the fucking state? I just don't understand for the most popular city. I mean, I just don't understand. Really, I have questions. Why couldn't he have picked it up north where there are hills? You know what I
Ports,
mean?
Yeah.
ports, you got to
We
go
just
way
sink.
upriver.
You
Oh
just
my
fuck around
Way
and
God.
sink.
upriver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a bowl.
Yes, we
Very
are. We are
sad.
definitely a bowl. A bowl.
But we used to be like a fun bowl, like with Fruit Loops. Now we're like a bowl with like, I don't know, like Lucky Charms. You know, there's a few little interesting marshmallows, but the rest are just like plain Janes or just like disgusting.
Seth doesn't like Lucky Charms.
I don't like Lucky Charms, except for the marshmallows. When they melt in your mouth, and I know you're gonna make a sex joke about this. When they melt in your mouth, it is. I love the. I do. I haven't had Lucky Charms in. I'm gonna eat cereal tomorrow.
Cereal is the best dinner that anybody ever prepared.
I actually hate cereal for dinner.
Breakfast
It's
itself
breakfast.
is the best dinner.
Interest-
Breakfast
itself
is a good dinner.
Yeah.
is the best dinner.
But
I love eggs in the middle of the night. I'm not gonna
But
lie.
do you have to? Do you? Okay, so I'm weird about breakfast dinner though. I have to have like I love breakfast, but I can't be the one to cook it. No,
It's a lot of cleanup.
it's a lot of cleanup, but also because I think it's because like there's nothing like that good Waffle House at 1 a.m. kind of dinner.
Yeah.
Like after you get off stage and like you're really hungry, and you know, because I don't know about you
And
guys,
if you
I
want to
don't.
see a fight,
And you want to say, well, yeah, depends
Yeah.
on the Waffle House you
Some
go to.
local violence.
Some local vibe.
absolutely.
Well, that's what
Waffle House.
I went to Biloxi the other week. I love how many Waffle Houses there are there. I mean, it's like legitimately you cannot go 2 seconds without seeing a fucking
Well,
Waffle House.
is everywhere. It's my favorite place to stop on the road.
And in Biloxi, they were so nice. Like I went in
They're-
there, there was a
yes.
guy that seated me. I was like, "What the? Am I in Waffle House or what?" Like he's like, "I've been working here for 20 years. It's my job." He's
No
like, "Yeah,
shit.
"Come sit right here." I was
You
like,
got a bathroom attendant.
Their Waffle Houses like have
Waffle
4,
House.
Yeah, that's great.
Their Waffle Houses like have 4 stars in Biloxi. A 4-star Waffle House. Where have you seen that in Louisiana? I'll tell you, nowhere.
Never.
Nowhere is the answer. Maybe the one on Canal Street because it has a security guard, but that's mainly because somebody gets shot there last week.
Yeah, no, it is. You can't.
"That's how you get a security guard."
You can't get a 4-star if you have vomit on the stairs of your establishment. I don't think. I think that keeps you out of the 4-star
You know, if they opened up
bracket.
a Waffle House in the French Quarter, I'm just thinking
Wait,
out loud.
what?
No, if they did. Not
Oh.
if they, see, did you see your face? If they opened up a waffle, we should go into
They would have to
business.
close one of those Willies down to do it.
No, do you understand how much? Oh my God.
No, it'd be like that crystals on bourbon. Like you'd be like, "This
It would be
should be a good
insane.
idea, but I don't want to
Yeah.
walk in here."
Have you
Well,
seen that is
I've-
now? That is now like the Tavern, Crystal
What?
Tavern, or
It's a tavern?
Yeah, well,
did not.
No, it's straight up. If you look at it on Google, It is like Crystal Tavern or something to do with a bar. You can absolutely tell that it serves alcohol.
They're trying to class it up. Is
Yeah,
that what
yeah.
they're trying to do?
They're definitely trying to make some of that liquor money off of it.
They didn't
for
call it
sure.
Crystal's Bar or pub. They called it Tavern. They tried to.
I want to say that's what it is. I'm gonna have to Google it.
But
now.
see,
Guys.
tavern
It's a night crawl.
is a classy word for a really raunchy bar. I mean,
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
like
yeah.
yes, but taverns are like they have this romanticized thing about them. But really, when you go in like a legit tavern, like there's vomit on the steps. Like don't. It's the
Oh,
same.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they're all trash, but
It's
like
the same
they
thing
sound
with,
nice.
Exactly. The same
Yeah.
thing with an Irish pub.
It's
like,
the
you know,
thought of the tavern that matters.
I would agree. It's the thought of a tavern.
That's
welcome everybody to
What an intro.
welcome everybody to another episode of Putting the FU in Funny. I am one of your hosts, Pickle, and this is our other host, Brandon Bruffett. Everybody.
Hi, other host. Hello.
Hey.
Today in the studio with us we have Seth Robichaux.
Hello.
What's up,
oh, I
Seth?
got a whistle.
Yeah, and Amanda Golob.
Yeah.
Yeah, two local comedians. Glad to have y'all in. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
us. I'm
yeah.
happy to be here.
Yeah, we made it through the
yeah.
heat and into
Yeah.
the partially air-conditioned comforts of Boomtown Studios.
No, I love this studio. It only took me a day and a cattle to get here, but I had to trade horse and buggies in between.
Yeah, I was like, is Pickle gonna kill me? Like, I was driving out here and I was like, I trust this dude, but I'm starting to question it.
You don't realize how
Remote
far it is.
locations.
It's too expensive to drive out here. That's why I was
my
late today.
God.
I walked.
Yes, Chalmette is like 2 damn streets, and meanwhile, and the people here are aggressive. Forget New York City. The people in this town. I was driving past a woman, and she passed me up on the road because she must have gotten so frustrated there were 20 cars in front of her, and she like flicks me off. I'm like, what did I do to you, bitch? It's a line of car. What do you want?
I think it was a compliment, though. I think
That's
like she
a
was like, he
compliment.
must be from here.
I know, it's like New York City. It's like when they say "fuck you," it's a compliment.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You're like, you're one of them. You're it.
I'm a Chalmatian.
Chalmations.
Clearly.
Clearly, I know. For those of you with visual aid today, clearly I'm dressed like a Chalmatian.
It's the heels. It's the heels.
It's the heels. I know. I swear to God. Well, this is the interesting part. I get looked like a hooker in New Orleans because I wear heels, but in Chalmette I don't because all the hookers wear flip flops.
Beautiful.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's great.
I love it.
I don't have any Chalmette jokes, but I am from.
Oh, that wasn't a joke.
That's just a statement.
That was the truth.
That's just fact.
It's a great statement. It's a hilarious statement. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Before we get any too far in, Seth, do you have anything you want to plug up top?
Oh well.
Besides the butthole.
A pickle. Jesus, you heard the producer. We're gonna edit that out.
No.
Oh my God.
Happy Pride Month.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. What do I want to plug? Yeah, I have a few things to plug. I'll be doing. Well, I have some shows to plug. First off, I'll be doing co-hosting with my fabulous friend, who you guys all know, Ryan Rogers. A burlesque. You know Ryan. A burlesque show at 12 Mile Limit, which is going to be the last Tuesday in July, and I believe it's the. Oh God, I'm losing the date in my head. The 30th. I believe it's the last Tuesday. That's what I could tell. But I think it's the 30th at 8 p.m. If not, it's the last Tuesday at 8 p.m. And then I will be doing my show, Fabulous, Sunday Night Fabulous, at Comedy House NOLA on July 17th at 8:30 p.m. And then I will be doing, where else? I'm doing a show at Uncle Matt's, which I'm so excited for because I've never played there before,
Fun
with
room.
Brandon Haynes. And that's going to be, I think, July 3rd. I believe, right? But check on my social medias for all that. Oh, and I have to announce that I just recently became a brand ambassador for my friend Catherine Hicklin's cosmetic company, Cat Cosmetics. So go to catcosmetics.com and
Congratulations.
thank you, and use the code SethR20 and you'll get 20% off. But anyway, I'm the model. It's all my cosmetics because it's really fabulous cosmetics
Great.
and skincare. So yeah, that's what I have to plug. It's my
So
spiel.
what is that social media real quick?
Social media at Seth Robichaux. All my social media is
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram. I haven't learned how to work Twitter yet, but Twitter is. I have a Twitter. I don't know how to work the Twitter. It literally took me a year to find out how to tweet.
Oh, I was like, that's the easy one for me. Like,
No.
TikTok was the complicated one for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess that's our generation. My generation's like, we can handle Twitter.
No.
What the fuck
Yeah.
is this
We know
TikTok?
words.
Yeah.
We know words.
I
you
hate
know?
TikTok too, don't get me wrong. I love TikTok, but I hate TikTok. Do you know why? Because I use my actual voice in my TikTok, so it's the people who do all the lip syncing TikToks that I'm just kind of like, you were doing it the easy way
Yeah.
out. But it's hard to lip sync. Lipstick. It's hard to put your lipstick on too. Everything's hard.
You're great at
Everything's-
singing the words. Everything
Oh,
you do.
thank you. Make them laugh. Make them laugh. Yeah.
So
lipstick.
Amanda, what do you got on the horizon?
What do I got on the horizon? Every Monday night, I co-host an open mic at 12 Mile Limit. Bear with me, Mike. Every Tuesday, I co-host and produce Comedy Beast at Howling Wolf. Every second Friday, we have Greetings from Queer Mountain, which is a queer storytelling show.
Every second Friday.
Every second Friday.
It's a fabulous show. If I may
Yeah,
add.
and it's wonderful. We just had an amazing Pride episode. Otherwise, I'm around. I'm going to be doing some traveling this summer. I'll be in Portland July 15th for Porch Fest. I'll be in Memphis July 24th for a festival, and then I'll be in New York August 10th through the 15th doing some comedy around.
Busy,
So,
busy.
yeah.
Go for it.
I was like,
Get
it's hot as
busy.
shit in New Orleans. Let me get
Yeah.
the fuck
You
out
gotta
of
get
here
out.
and
No.
go to other places where it's also hot as shit.
It is.
So, Portland, Oregon Porch Fest.
Yeah, it's actually this suburb called Milwaukee. They have
Okay.
a Milwaukee
Yeah, yeah,
there,
yeah.
and they're doing a porch fest. They usually do bands, but my friend, he was like, "Hey, if I get you a ticket out there, will you come?" I was like, "I would have come anyway."
Yeah.
But they want to do something different, so they didn't want to just have music. So they'll do music for an hour, and then myself and a Portland comic that I met who came through here, we're gonna do an hour and have some fun.
fabulous.
Hell yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
get weird on a porch. Like.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
a
man.
place to get weird.
yeah.
Yeah. Portland is definitely a place to get weird. It is also, if you didn't know, the stripper capital of America.
No, that's Las Vegas.
I'm telling you, Portland
really
has,
Portland?
But you go to a sushi restaurant, there's a strip pole in the corner.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna report back.
Yeah. That's why I'm giving you
Man,
that
that's all her
information.
research.
I will let you know. I
Yes.
promise you that.
I'm interested in this. It's the stripper capital.
Yeah, it's the stripper capital and like the hobo capital, like
It's an interesting
America,
mix.
yeah.
Hobos and strippers.
strippers.
Well, and
What
last
is
night
New Orleans? The alcoholics. That's what New Orleans is.
Alcoholics is a
New
good one.
it is the home of the most cars with side panel damage.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we are probably topping out on people who ride bikes out of necessity.
Bike riders.
Yeah, which I feel so
potholes.
DWI
We definitely-
riders.
We definitely have.
Oh,
a
don't
run
get
for
me
best
started.
potholes.
Don't get me started on the potholes I have written into Latoya. I am so well because I'm just happy I have a warranty on my car. Do you know how many tires I've been through in the last 2 years with potholes?
I bet.
5.
I bet.
Yeah, that's
that means you need
we're
to
right
stop
there.
looking at your phone while you drive.
You know what, Pickle?
You just gotta learn where the potholes are, like
Yeah.
everybody else.
You know,
Very
it's funny.
streets.
On streets that I know, I do have
You
the
look like a-
potholes memorized.
Yeah, you look like a drunk driver, but you're like, I'm actually driving. So it's like when
Yeah.
you're drunk, you hit the potholes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. A high-speed chase, you don't hear about a whole lot of those.
In New Orleans, they get
yeah, they
stopped.
don't go very far.
They get stopped
Yeah.
very
The
quickly.
The worst thing about I think the city is if you park on the wrong street and there's a light rain, you don't have a vehicle anymore because it's flooded.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's the worst thing. I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever been in that situation?
I haven't
Luckily,
gotten
no.
flooded.
Luckily,
That
no.
is a fucked up situation. I've done it twice, but I gotten through the. I mean, it floods on
You
Melfa
lost
Mead.
your car?
No, I didn't
Just
lose
go-
that. I
oh,
almost
okay.
did, but it was like the water's about to go over my engine, like to the top of my. I had a little small BMW for a little while, and like
Yeah.
one good rain off of
See,
Melphamine,
I
dude,
really
will take you out.
I'm not a fan of those guys who drive big trucks, but they get when it rains, you know, they're lucky.
They only
I
get their
mean-
balls wet.
Yeah, they only get their balls wet. Well, not really, because most of them haven't dropped.
and they create a wave.
That's why
and
they have the big trucks.
They create a wave and it goes over my BMW.
Yeah, it's a shame that you have a no wake zone in the middle of a city street. You know,
And I can
fucked
only
up.
say that about the big trucks because we were talking earlier. I grew up in Thibodeau and
Yeah.
in all that area, so everybody there has big trucks, and 90%. Look, he's nodding, and 90% of their balls haven't dropped yet.
Yeah, but do they have
Don't ask
truck
me how I know
nuts?
that. Do they have what?
Truck nuts.
Some of them do. It's so
Yeah.
tacky.
Yeah.
Those things that hang. I know.
I don't get it.
Me either.
Like, what is that?
Like, you bought the truck. We know you bought the truck to compensate.
I'm a
You
straight
don't-
guy, and I
You're
don't
cutting
get
them
it.
off your
Yeah, I
dog,
just-
but
I don't get it.
No
As a
one can
straight
ever
man.
explain it.
But
I'm
that's
like, just
because you
explain
don't
why
have-
you would do that.
But that's because
Yeah.
you don't have a complex, though, that I know of.
No, I don't. I guess
Yeah.
it might be a complex.
I don't
thing.
know why you would
like a
cut-
Lord Farquaad complex.
Like, what does
Lord
it prove, though?
Lord Farquaad for Shrek.
Oh, from Shrek.
Bringing out Shrek references. All right,
Yeah.
all right. That's where we are. That's the lie.
See, Shrek was also a big one in my childhood. I have to say real quick, I'm fanning out because we were talking earlier. They have a Goonies game board behind me, and I've never seen a Goonies game board in my life.
I haven't either.
Seth
That was
is
my
ecstatic.
childhood.
Yeah.
That's probably the movie I have watched more than anything except for Magic Mike. But
We were talking about good movies to fuck to earlier. You didn't bring that one up.
At all.
I don't. Why would
No,
anyone want to have
I
sex
don't
to
know.
a movie?
But why would anybody want to have sex to women stomping on
I don't
fucking
have.
bugs? I don't
but
know.
one time I will say this. Wait,
I'm not sure.
I don't question it. When it's happening, it's happening.
I'm
Like,
just like, go with it.
I'm not like,
you
hey,
know
wait
what
a
I'm
minute. Wait, why are we doing this
well, like
again?
one
Let's
of my
check in.
friends told me one time. Speaking of movies that you have sex to, one of my friends told me one time they put on Titanic. Why?
I can see that. Just a,
Yeah.
just a big broken thing
But
going
he
down.
dies at the end. of the movie. Like there's
Yeah, but
nothing
you already
sexual.
fucked by then. It's a 3.5-hour movie. Like,
Yeah.
For real, if you can keep going that whole movie,
That-
I could see why they stayed together.
Sounds like another
steam.
one to go have quick sex with, and then just watch like beach.
I mean,
right?
it-
The
it's-
it's
Beach.
another
It's
beach.
not beach. It's beach. That's how you were. That's how I
tried,
know.
Seth. I fucking tried.
Okay, wait. We're gonna do the quiz now. Who stars in Beaches? We mentioned her name. Oh my god.
Oh, hold on, Beth Midler.
Beth,
I'm out of here. I'm walking out. I'm getting up. I'm
Mrs. Bethany Mittler.
how.
Mrs. Bethany
I was
Miller.
wrong.
Bette Midler, I would like you to know if you're hearing this podcast,
tweet about it.
he knows not. Oh, she will too.
I know.
He
Her
knows
Twitter
not.
game is strong.
Her Twitter game is
God,
so
yeah.
strong.
Oh, no.
She gets in
Her-
so much trouble. I'm
Her
like,
and Cher.
oh my
Oh,
god, fuck.
God.
But Cher's iconic because Cher uses emojis in all capitals
caps.
in her Twitter.
She's just yelling
She's
everything.
like,
huh?
well, Cher's like, I'm not feeling good today, babe. Hashtag moon sign. Hashtag this. And I just,
That was a good share impression.
thanks, bitch. Gypsies tramp. No, I
you-
like
do
do
you do the-
impressions.
She does that thing too.
She does, yeah, she's like, okay. It's very. I do.
I feel like she
impressions.
just walks and talks and also tweets what she's saying
Yes,
at the same
totally.
time.
Oh,
Like
no
that's the way her Twitter is. It's amazing.
She's like walking down the hall now to get a chocolate milk, babe. Like she's
Comes with audio and everything.
Yeah.
yes, like constantly shares update. But Bette Midler is like you
She'll
just,
tell you off.
She will tell you off, and I'm just like, and I feel so bad sometimes because I'm like, Bette, no, you're gonna get yourself canceled.
Yeah.
Of course she can't because she's like Bette Midler,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She knows that.
Roseanne
though.
Enough
Barr.
about my divas
Roseanne
and their
Barr
tw-
could get canceled.
Are you gonna
Bette
tell
Midler-
me
Roseanne Barr. Oh,
Are
don't
you
even
gonna tell me the who stars in Beaches?
Bette Midler. Oh,
Oh,
my
I was
God.
right. I was right.
No, you said
Beth.
Bethany Midler
You said
and
Beth.
and
Oh,
Beth.
Bette Midler.
It's
Well, you
Bette.
know,
Bette.
I was close.
Yeah.
I was
Bette
close.
Midler.
I don't feel that bad anymore. I
And
thought
this was
confused.
supposed to
shouldn't.
be a Pride
I
episode,
know
Pickle.
this.
God.
You didn't do your research, man.
Y'all gotta help me out. That's what y'all here for. You
should- if there
helping
is-
Pickle learn.
If there's a Pride episode, you knew Beaches was coming up. Like you should have known
Really?
that. You should have done your research.
Yes.
Put that down on the
You did watch
calendar.
Magic Mike though, right?
Fuck yeah, I watched Magic Mike. You know what I'm saying?
You're ready.
I really wasn't there for Channing Tatum though. What's the other one's name? Matt Balmer. Oh, he's the one that I'm there for. He's
That's
so
who you
damn.
liked?
I
He has beautiful eyes.
such beautiful eyes, aren't they? It's like one of those people that I hate people with blue eyes. No offense, Pickle. I'm so
Fuck you, Pickle.
no, I don't hate people with blue eyes, but it's just kind of like when you look at a person with blue eyes and you're just kind of like, damn.
I wish
You
I was
mean
them.
like
I wish-
these?
I wish I had those beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful
Well, I'm
eyes.
a sucker.
just surrounded.
We're
Yeah.
surrounded. I'm a sucker for blue eyes. Like that is like my bit. Like half of the men. Actually, I can say. No, that's not true. Yes, half of the men I've ever fallen for and like been in love with. Oh, I'll have blue eyes. I love them. It's like there's an ocean because of beaches, because it's a gay thing. Do you see? It's
It
all a
all-
full circle.
It all came back around.
It does.
It's
I
all
see
full
it
circle.
now.
Your eyes are like an ocean. Your
Maybe
hair
it's-
is like a river.
And like the heart of the ocean in Titanic. Okay, never mind. We're getting too full circle. We're getting too in depth to the blue here.
That was the thing about Titanic was as Leonardo
I don't wanna
DiCaprio
talk-
drowned you couldn't see his blue eyes in that water anymore.
I always say this: Titanic should have been about two gay twinks, because if it was, they would have both been able to fit on the raft.
Why don't you rewrite it for Pride Month?
Oh, that's a big movie to make. I don't have the time to do that.
You ever thought about making a movie like
I've thought about it.
You got one in the bank?
I do have one in the bank.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what it's about?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a gay western.
Bank, bank.
I love it already.
No, that's a gay porno. There's a difference.
Is it?
Well, it probably is. It sounds like it. No, I always love. I'm an old movie person. You know what I
Me
mean?
too.
I love the classics, and so I've always thought like I want to do like a modern. I mean, it wouldn't be modern day, but like not as homophobic or racist. Gone with the Wind, like with gay characters in it. Like I want to play Scarlett O'Hara, but like a man playing me is Scarlett O'Hara, the Vivian Leigh.
6 shots in the chamber.
6 shots in it.
Yeah.
That's
It's
like
a
that's
western and it's
yeah, but Gone with the Wind's not really a western. It's more like a war movie.
Okay. You can still do 6 shots in the chamber, you know.
That's
Yes,
yeah.
we
but
don't
that's
want to
like-
say period piece.
I
on
know.
this
I don't.
podcast.
Can you say?
We're like,
Can you say period?
yeah.
I don't know if is that politically correct
Y'all
to
are
say
like,
now.
it's not this, it's not, it's this.
I
It's
couldn't
like, just
think
say
of the
period
name. I couldn't
piece.
think of the name.
Time
It's
of
a
the month piece
period
better?
piece.
I could see you walking in a room though, seeing a curtain and being like, "That's a dress."
That would be
Like that's
so
the that's the first scene in Gone with the Wind that I thought of, and I was like, "Yeah, that's Seth. You got
I
it."
know. Of course, I shop though. Like I do that stuff. Like I will see a curtain and I will literally go, I can make that into an outfit. So mine would be called like Goodwill with the Wind. It would be something like, because I love Goodwill. Oh my god. Anyway,
I know Gone with the Wind. I know that.
do you?
Yeah, I watched
You
that.
fucked to that one too.
Now that's a 4-hour movie.
It's
So
not a quick fuck.
that is a 4-hour.
Came out when I was a child. Nah.
That's what.
I fuck all night to that movie, as a matter of fact.
I don't know. If I had to remake, I don't know what I would remake if I had to remake, or is it just I can write a new movie too? I'm thinking remakes here, but because
How about
everything's
you,
a remake. now.
Amanda, do you have a movie in the bank?
No movies. I have a lot of sitcom. I'm a big sitcom person.
Oh, I love
I
a
miss
good-
the old school sitcoms with the laugh
Yes.
track. Like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I miss that stuff, and I've always had ideas for sitcoms because I don't have the patience to write a fucking movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I like the sitcom idea.
I love a
That's-
sitcom.
Yeah.
That could be really big, you know.
Well-
I mean, fuck, sitcoms get big and they make $1 million an episode.
Well, and,
And
also,
then they play them over and over again, and you get
syndication.
residuals.
Oh my god.
All the way down to TBS.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's true.
Nick at Night now. Like,
Yeah,
you get
right.
paid.
Nick at
The show
Night.
just keeps getting
Name
resold
me,
to
name me
different
one TV
networks.
series Fran Drescher has been in since The Nanny. Exactly, because
Yeah.
she hasn't had to work.
She doesn't
That's
need
the
to.
point.
Yeah.
The Nanny's on. You can get it on HBO Max now. You can
Brilliant.
get it on,
What?
Yeah, they
HBO
play that on
All
Nick at
7
Night. Like, yeah,
seasons.
it's
Damn.
Is Beaches on HBO Max?
Yes, go
it
watch
is,
it.
So.
All right. We can get it done.
Go.
You were hoping we'd say no, but it's there. You're like, "Oh, I can't get it."
We will let you know.
And there is a quiz coming.
There's a quiz coming. I'm cool.
There's
I'm
a follow-up
I'm writing-
podcast to this podcast, and it's the Beaches podcast.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
We can do it. I will watch.
But I would do
will
a
watch.
sitcom. I love sitcoms. I grew up watching Lucille Ball. I
Yeah.
loved Lucy. I love Lucy. I love Lucy. I mean,
I
oh,
love
she's
Lucy
so
too.
brilliant. I mean, even though it's like I know, and everybody's kind of like it's so basic, but it really
It's not.
It's not though. It's what comedy
Lucille
is.
Ball
It's
was
formatted
And they
definitely
did,
Yeah.
they did so many
No.
things on that show that had never been done on TV
done.
before, and that's what you have to recognize.
It was
Yes.
the first interracial relationship on TV.
Is the
what,
first time any pregnant lady was ever shown on
Yep.
television. Oh
Yep.
my God!
Really?
Like,
Really?
yeah.
Mhm.
And they
Wow.
fought her on
And you
that.
couldn't say pregnant.
Yeah, you couldn't say it.
Couldn't say
Like
pregnant.
we didn't know that existed in
Yeah.
life.
That's wild. That's
No, it-
Yeah.
No, I didn't
They
know
had to
that.
sleep in separate beds on the TV show all the time. I mean,
well,
it
that
was
was
all
a real thing. That happened a lot. Separate.
Oh,
beds.
yeah, and
I
the-
mean,
well, and
Yeah, my
those-
grandparents
Oprah's
did that.
weird.
Well, when I get married, I'm going to sleep in a separate bed. I mean, my God, I don't want you crowding on me in the middle of the night.
My mom and her husband
But we're not
sleep in
gonna-
two separate ends of the house.
But we're not. Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna have like separate beds. We're gonna have separate wings.
Yeah,
There's
there
a
you go.
difference. Like separate
Yeah.
closets, separate bathrooms. Like I don't want to share anything when I'm married.
See, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, no, we're gonna get a twin bed, and it's just for us, and that's it.
Hell yeah, you sleeping right next to me, bitch.
It's like you're not going anywhere.
No. You got futon couches in every fucking room. Like, hell yeah, I hear
Listen,
you.
that's how I am. All my friends.
I'm keeping that cuddle close, bitch, and it's cold in here.
Well, because like I'm such like a person. Like when I sleep at night, I have like a routine. I'm like I like moisturize my face. I moisturize my hands. You know, I put the sleeping mask on. I sleep propped. Yes, I'm a pillow princess. I know you're looking at me.
It's like my mother. You know, it's like my mom right there. Dude,
Well, here's my thing. When you're comfortable, you sleep well.
Yeah.
I sleep well.
Yeah.
I just,
But you're comfortable in your setting. You're comfortable with your twin bed.
I
and
don't
your
have a room. I just pass the fuck out.
If you're comfortable, I wouldn't be comfortable in a twin bed with my lesbian lover. I just
and
wouldn't
two
be.
cats minimum.
My 2 cats.
One on each side.
Not my
They're
type.
the bookends of the whole situation.
Hell yeah.
It's hard to be. It's hard to be comfortable in bed with the straight lover. It's like that booty gets hot. You know what I mean? I'll be
Any
kicking him
booty
over.
gets hot. It's
Kicking
not.
him.
Scoot over. Scoot that thing over.
Everybody's-
It's a furnace
everybody's
in
booty
here.
Warm. You find a cold butt, you need to reconsider that relationship.
You're into something
Yeah.
really.
Check that pulse.
You necrophiliac.
Not okay.
Yeah. Just whisper in their ear, "Hey, are you alive?"
I will tell you this: speaking of necrophilia, no.
Hello.
As we
Great
often do
segue.
here on
As
this
we
show.
often, I know, isn't this going to be a great
Solid.
segue? No, the most fascinating place I've actually ever been, seriously, is a morgue.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm jealous because they have bigger makeup stations for those people than I do. I am very jealous. It's insane. Like, you can't get this makeup on the market. They
Yeah.
use spray paint,
Oh, really?
but it's a makeup spray paint.
To give you that color back.
But there's-
Isn't
How
it?
brilliant.
Isn't it? Like,
But there's no vanity in
Because
there.
you-
There's like you can't like. You
Honey,
don't have
I'm-
to be- you just
I
don't-
am 21 and
you
my
know,
will and
Everything
testament.
is stainless steel. You can just use the reflection.
I'm 21 and my will and testament is already written because if I go anytime, you're damn right I want to look good in that
Hell
casket.
yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
So I dress like my friends make so much fun of me. Like I dress up all the time because I want my ghost
This
outfit.
is my funeral outfit.
Yes, because if I die, like it's like when I
Listen.
fly. If I dress up when I fly, because if the plane goes down, my ghost outfit will look cute.
Seth, if I go to your funeral,
I've seen you. I've seen
And
you.
they
Most
got
of your
you
outfits are
dressed.
very flammable.
They are very flammable. I never said I'm gonna look good.
Or not be the cause of the fire that lets the plane go down. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
All it was a spark. It was just a little bit static.
I just had to pee, and I lit up a cigarette in the bathroom, and then shit.
Jesus Christ.
Just,
you got enough friends to where you'll be fabulous on your deathbed.
Oh.
We
Aw.
will.
Most of them will die before me. I'm the youngest one. It's gonna be so pathetic. I'm gonna have to contact them all through a Ouija
And
board.
oddly enough, for all of us, that will be a twin. That will be a twin bed.
I meet a lot of people. People always say your friends are going to be waiting for you at the gates. I'm like, my friends are going to put a restraining order at the gates. So many
Yeah.
of them are going to be up there before
My
me.
friends are like fucking people at Woodstock. They're just knocking the gate down.
Your people are climbing the gate.
Yeah,
Your people are
climbing the
sitting on the
gate.
top of the gate
That's
smoking
right.
weed.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
They're living under the
Probably.
tractor as their house. You know?
Tractor?
Yeah. That's what, yeah.
Where are there tractors in heaven?
They were at Woodstock.
Maybe
not
I
tractor.
wouldn't know. I've never
They
been.
were-
it's like, y'all are taking this too far.
I know. We're going into like the other dimension today. It's
Y'all
all-
got real specific real
One
quick.
of those Woodstock tractors. Anyway,
Anyway,
so Amanda, how long you been doing comedy?
I have been doing comedy since 2012,
Well, yeah,
apparently.
so you are the
Apparently.
elder in this room as far as
Yes.
that. Did you start here in New Orleans?
Yeah, I started my very first set. I was at Carrollton Station. I decided I just wanted to try it, so I spent 6 months just going to mics, going to shows, all day at work. I'd listen to podcasts about comedy. I'd listen to comedy. I'd watch it, and I just like lived and breathed it. And then I tried it. And my thing is like everyone try stand up once because you try it and you get on stage and you either love it or you hate it. There's no one gets up and they're like, nah, like it's okay. Like you either love it and that's what you want, or you're like, it's a good thing I tried it. I never want to do that again. And I got up and there's like some sort of adrenaline or something magical that happens that you're like, it's like, I don't want to say a calling. I'm not religious or anything, but there is something that compels you to keep doing it.
Yeah.
whether or not you should.
God definitely wouldn't call you towards comedy. God would be like, yo, try this open mic out. Fucking God's not going to do that.
I tell
He don't
you-
want you to suffer like that.
I think he would. He put me towards comedy.
I think God has well, I mean, like I said, I'm not really religious. I'm spiritual, you know what I mean? So I believe in a higher power, but I always say he must have a sick sense of humor to put me some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to, when was the moment that you realized you wanted to like you were like, holy shit, this is it. This is what I'm meant to, you know.
I don't know if there's a moment. I get these things in my head where I like wake up one day and I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do, and then I dedicate my life to
I
doing
love
it
that.
until something else pops in my head, and I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I do that whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. And I just woke up and was like, this is the thing I want to try. And I've always loved sitcoms and stand up and comedy and just funny videos and just making people laugh in my life. But I also think part of it, I know this is a Pride episode, but I think part of it is, and I love that you are out and proud so young. I was not. And it took me a very long place to get to where I was comfortable with myself in my own skin. And once I got there, like all these doors in my life opened up of things like I wanted to try that I was scared to do before. And it's like, why am I scared? I was so scared of coming out, and it was such a wonderful life-changing thing for me that like, why would I deprive myself of anything else I want to try?
That's I got chills listening to that.
I
That's
love
Not to
fucking
take this
awesome.
too serious,
No,
because
no,
It's a
great.
serious,
Fucking awesome.
it's a
That's
very
great.
Yeah.
serious
Yeah.
thing, and I mean, and actually, thank you. I don't know that I ever people always like, when did you come out? I'm like, when I got out the vagina. I didn't know.
you're like, I didn't have an option.
I never know.
I didn't come
But
out.
you were
No,
you.
told
But
me.
you got to be you
I got
in
to
a
be
way
me, yeah,
that
that
other
you
people
didn't.
that I definitely like repressed for a while. Like
Yes.
I, was straight presenting
No,
and
my
I acted
generation's
straight.
very
I
lucky.
did very straight things. I didn't even like let my brain consider like that this is a because
Right.
if I thought a thought, I was like, that's no good. Stop thinking about it.
Were you,
and then I would.
Were you raised like religious that you weren't meant to think like that, or was
Not
it just
at
a
all.
generational thing? You think?
I think it was a personal thing. I think a
Okay,
lot of
okay.
it. But I was raised in a very I'm Jewish, but I was not raised in a Jewish community. We were in a very Mormon community, weirdly, and there's definitely like no homosexuality. But I was
Right.
also raised in a very conservative place where, like, you couldn't be gay. Like there was one lesbian in my high school, and her name happened to be like Lizzie, and it was like Lizzie the lesbian.
Yeah.
And I didn't know her,
Oh.
but I knew who the fuck she was, and I knew
Yeah.
that I didn't want that for my
you.
life. So I was like, nope, we're not doing this.
Well.
But I got to that space. It took me a little longer than I would have liked, but I got there. And then once I got there, it was like, oh, everyone accepts me for who I am. I can be out. I can be in relationships that I really like want to be a part of. And then it's like, what else can I do?
Well, that's what I wanted to know. Like, how were your parents? Were they accepting and supportive of you?
Yeah, I can tell you quickly that when I came out to my parents, I was living in New York at the time. My dad lived about an hour away, so I went to go see him first to tell him. I had a girlfriend. I did the thing where like I got a girlfriend, and then I was like, okay, now I'm getting pussy. I got confidence to like do this thing. Because
That'll give you confidence.
Hell yeah.
if they disown me, I at least got this pussy to lay in and cry to.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. So I went to see my dad, and I was gonna see him for a weekend. And I was like, there's a whole weekend. I gotta tell him.
Yeah.
And the first night goes by, I got scared. Second night goes by, we're watching TV, power goes out. And my dad says to me, he says, I guess we have to talk now.
Oh, shit.
Which is and I said, actually, I have something to tell you. And I told him, and he was like, I love you no matter. He said, even if you're a murderer. So he said, even if you're a murderer, I'd still love you. And he's like, not that you being gay and being a murderer are the same thing.
Wow.
I'm just telling you, like, you're my daughter, and I love you and support you no matter what. So it was a really cool
Awesome.
story. Then I told my mom, who lived in California at the time, I called her, and she hung up on me.
Wait a minute. From California.
Yeah. I was
Wait.
in New York, and I called her, and I was like, I gotta tell you something. From Cali, yeah.
North or Southern California?
I was in a suburb of LA that was super conservative. Yeah, that was just
the one
Yeah.
suburb
That's
of
what
LA.
I'm like an enclave of fucking just.
the one that has the Trump flags and all the stuff.
my
And
God.
like, yeah, it's pretty wild because everyone thinks of
Really?
LA as hippie dip, and we
Yeah.
had all that. We
And
still
you're
recycled.
Jewish? Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
we still
crazy.
did all the hippie shit.
Yeah.
I would think it'd be like muzzle tough.
Yeah.
Like, really, that's interesting. Well, I have an interesting coming. See, I never really had to come out, but the interesting thing about it is always, like I said, like people were always like, like, how did you? And I'm like, I think like I was just like I kissed a girl one time and I was like, oh, that was nice, and I kissed a boy one time and I was like, oh, that was really nice. You know, it was just like there was just a difference for me. But like with my dad, what you're gonna really enjoy. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm telling the story. And
Do it.
So well, at this point, but it's just hilarious.
it's
So,
happening,
well, me and my dad got into me and my dad. I was like 16, and we got into a huge knockout fight. Don't remember about what. And we got into a huge fight about something. My mom, I've just told, and she was very cool about it. But my dad was cool about it too. It was the way I told him that was just very funny. And we got into a knockout fight, and he said something like, just really mean, because we were just not the best time in our relationship. And he was just said something like, no woman's ever gonna want to be with you. And I said, I got news for you. Women adore me and love me, and men not only adore me and love me, they love to sleep with me too. And
Yeah.
that was how I told him,
Yeah.
told him.
I think you won that fight.
You did
You
win
nailed
that
it.
fight.
There was nothing left to be said at that point. Like, what are you gonna do? It's
Well-
like, okay, go to your room. Do whatever you want to do at this
wait,
point.
let's not go past this too fast.
Yes, I'm
you
sorry.
said your mom hung up on
Oh yeah.
you.
So she hung up the phone. She called me back like 3 hours later, and she's like, "Okay, I talked to your grandma, I talked to your aunt, and they both said we don't care, so I'm good with it."
Wait, she had to.
I was like, "Okay, so you outed me to the whole fucking family, but you're all on board, so cool."
But like,
That's good.
But like, she had to get your grandma and your aunts like.
That's how you know we're a Jewish family.
Yes.
And where were they living? Just curiosity.
My aunt was in LA and my grandma was in New York. We're
Okay,
all over the
okay,
place. Like my
okay.
family can't sit still ever.
Yeah.
Like right now, my mom's in Florida, my brother's in LA, my dad's in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Like we make it very difficult to hang
Yeah.
out with each other.
We get that with your comedy schedule. We get that.
I was totally expecting you to say that they were here.
Oh,
and
no.
then I was just going to be mind blown, like, holy fuck, the people in the conservative place are totally cool. The people in the
non-conservative, yeah.
in the liberal place are not cool. Yeah, that would.
You just never know. That's the thing.
You don't.
You do, no, I think I just it's so interesting to me how we still live in a society that just not to get too deep, but just that has so much, but just that has so much people, so many people who are still just so prejudiced. It's like I just don't understand it.
In almost any way.
Well,
There's
like,
so
there's-
many dividing lines that
And-
people have put on themselves, and other people even draw
Yes.
around it. It's just
Well, and
nuts,
everybody's
man.
upset about something. I've
Yeah.
come to that conclusion. Everybody's upset about something. You can't say anything that is not going to upset somebody.
And I'm upset about
we talked
that.
about beaches. Somebody's going to be offended that we talked about beaches on this podcast.
Oh,
You're going to get hate mail. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
We know they meant bitches. We know that them two straight guys
No,
meant
just because
bitches.
just because I didn't know about
Who
it.
Bette Midler is.
Oh
You're
my
gonna. The
God.
gays are gonna kill
yeah.
you. You're done, Pickle.
All the Barbara Hershey fans are
All
gonna
the
be like,
Barbara Hershey
"We didn't
fans.
talk about her. All you talked about was
Bette
Ben."
Midler. Oh my God.
There were 2 women in that movie. God damn it.
And you didn't talk about the one that died, you assholes.
Yeah, well.
But anyway.
She wasn't here to defend herself. Like,
Poor thing.
It's
So,
all right. I just didn't know how to pronounce it. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I also say
We
Seth
forgive
and
you.
Seth Curry. Seth and Seth, and I mix those two up.
Steph?
You call me Steph Curry?
No, I'm saying I mix up Steph and Steph Curry all the
I think
time.
you said
too.
Seth Curry. Oh my bad.
It's a dyslexia kind of thing. Yeah.
I get it. I'm dyslexic.
If I say words that got some weird pronunciations to them, it comes out wrong. Sorry to make this sad for y'all. My dyslexia.
Oh, I appreciate you sharing.
Yeah.
It's
We all have our own coming
it's-
out. It's all good.
It's the comedy.
Coming out today too. Yeah.
Yes, it's the comedy round. There's no table, so blue suede. It's the comedy blue suede room.
Right, I like it. Brandon, you want to come out?
Where? Where are we going?
Anything? You got anything you want to come out
I've
with?
tried. I would love to, but I'm just unattracted to men.
He
Have
come
you-
out about literally anything. He
Yeah,
just
you
came.
didn't have to be,
Like
You
he
didn't have
went,
to take it there, but you
he
made
went
a
on
decision.
the full Kinsey scale there on the spectrum.
That's the mind of a straight man. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe by the end of the show. I don't
Did
know.
you ever wonder if you were attracted to men? See, this is where I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean,
Okay, that's how you know you're at that. Okay.
And not even like now. There are times now where I go, oh man, I wish I was gay, but it's because that I've gotten along with almost every man that I've ever met better than any of the girlfriends I've ever
Yeah.
had. But there's just, I don't know. There's just something about women. I'm just like, I can't let them
See,
go. Like I just love women. and I'm not even like a womanizer because I want to be with somebody.
Yeah.
But
I get it, because you're all gonna laugh.
I don't know how y'all do it.
Well, you're all gonna.
How
I'm
y'all do
single.
it.
I'm not doing it very
Yeah,
well
I'm single
at
too.
all.
I am single too. I don't know that I'm
That's
doing
the
it
way.
well.
I was like,
That's the
someone
way.
teach me. 'Cause
Yeah.
But I'll say this: you're all gonna laugh at this, but the truth is I'm the same exact way. I have so many girlfriends, and I'm like, God, I wish I was attracted to them because we would have such a great relationship. I mean, they might get pissed because I walk better in heels than they do, but we have such a great relationship.
Have you ever experimented with a woman?
You ask me all the time on podcasts about who I've experimented with, Pickle. I
Yes.
It's always
swear
an
to God.
experiment. It's
He
like, why
always
is that
does.
the word that we pick?
I know. It said like
What would you call it?
Like I'm a science project. Have I ever dipped my feet into the pond?
Have you ever dipped
Have I ever
lady
gone
pond.
the lady pond? Have I ever
Lady
dipped
pond.
my
There
heels
you
into
go.
the lady pond? To be honest with
toes.
you, yes,
See,
I
I would
have.
think that that's a metaphor for toe fucking.
But I'm not going to tell you how deep into the lady pond I went. I'm not going to tell you if I just dipped a toe or if I dipped a foot or what else.
Well, that's what's up.
You've been balls deep in the lady pond?
I'm not going to say. A lady never tells.
Yeah, well, you're also a gentleman and what would be the gentleman version of a lady?
A lady.
A Southern Belle?
Liza Minnelli?
Is,
I don't. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. I love disclosure. I love Liza. I love Liza. I really, really do.
Manelli?
I'm not surprised by
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I love Liza. I do.
Seen you perform.
I can
You can
impersonate
give
her.
all the Bette Midler shouts that you want to, but we see the Liza.
I love Liza.
Yeah.
She's too big.
She's fantastic. I mean, whatever.
But no, yeah. So I've wondered the same thing about girl, but I just, I prefer men. But I don't know. It's interesting though. My type is interesting. My type is straight men. Like I swear to God. Which
You like
is
that hard to get. It's hard to get.
it's a hard to get
Yeah.
thing for me, but it's also like I was raised around, for again visual aid. I'm putting quotes in the air. Straight men, so not really straight men, but straighter presenting men. And so I think like I was raised around that, so that's all I really knew. You know what I mean?
Trying to go after that virgin butthole.
Oh
That's
my
a-
God!
that's a-
You
well-
say the
Just,
the most just.
Amanda's like,
I'm
what the
like-
fuck is wrong with you, Pickle?
Well,
I'm just
because it's
like,
also probably not true.
You say like the most
joking. I'm just joking.
You say the most unhinged things about me.
It's
He's
not
unhinged.
about
He
you.
is
I am
unhinged.
unhinged if you haven't
His,
ever.
and the hinges that are there are very rusty.
Yeah. They squeak a little
They
bit.
need oil.
I'm like,
Clearly.
Seth gave air quotes about like straight men, and you were like virgin. I was like, did we not see the air? Like, did we not get the
air quotes.
Yeah, I was like, it was
Total
pretty
air
clear to
quotes.
me.
Which was interesting. So
Oh God, we're getting
well,
serious.
here's
Okay,
the
let me
question.
cross my
here's
legs
the question,
this way.
you did say straight men, and I heard somebody say
What do
the
you
other
wanna know?
night that nobody could ever be all the way straight.
I don't believe that.
Um,
I think somebody.
No,
can.
because I'm pretty sure I'm all the way gay, so I'll give y'all some credit. I don't think as many of you
Right.
that say you're all the way straight are.
Are.
Right.
But I'm
No,
not
I
saying that
totally
that doesn't
agree.
exist.
I think there's honestly. I think it's a spectrum. And I think, what is it, the Kinsey scale? That's what
Yeah,
it is, right?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's a spectrum, and I really do think that there is a spectrum of it. I think, like, if you're like let's say there's like 100% is all the way one, and then like 100% is all the way other, and like you meet 50s in the middle, I would say like you can either be like, maybe you're 80% straight and 20%, and that 20% is like, oh, I'll experiment and try something, and maybe there's that word.
It's in your head now.
See, you've just groomed it on me, and so societal grooming. It's awful. Anyway, so I think it's a scale, but I do think some people are all the way straight. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's just like you can't help being born whatever you're attracted to. Now I have met people, and only because I've often been the opposite side of those people I have met that are like 110% positive they are completely straight, and then they meet me. And then they're like, but seriously, and then they're like, I would date.
Turning them out, huh, Seth?
Well, no, but they're like, I would date you, but they're like, I don't know that I would date any other man. Isn't that interesting? But they don't have a problem that I'm a man. But they're like, well, I mean, they kind of do because they don't come out of the closet. But that's another saga for another time. But the truth is like I have had that happen whenever they're like, but I don't think I did it. It's that whole I don't think, maybe. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm not Freudian. I don't know what I don't know.
Here's why I bring it up, because my dad used to.
Oh, your dad was gay?
No, he wasn't gay.
Oh.
And he's not even now. But
You said that like you were expecting him to become
well,
gay.
I mean, like guys from my dad's generation, they used to have to wait until like 50, 55. They have to
If
have
that.
have
If
had
that.
a couple of kids, a divorce. And
Well, if that, it just wasn't, respectable
and then they
in
would
that
come out.
time.
But like, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I know. Well, I
Yeah.
definitely understand that it was harder to come out back then. But my dad used to say 85% of all women are bisexual, and the other 15% haven't figured it out yet. And
What did he say about men? Did he say the same thing about men?
it was never addressed. It was never.
Oh, that's just
addressed.
'cause he thought lesbians
So
were hot.
When you said,
Such
when
a
you
straight
said,
man thing.
well, I mean,
Such a straight.
like I can understand
No, I'm
that.
just teasing. I'm just teasing.
It was
How
like
did that come up in conversation?
Yeah, that's
it was
what I
just,
wanna
It was
know.
just kind of a joke that
Okay.
he
Oh,
would,
that he
would
just said
say.
in passing.
And but as I thought about that, I was like, well, because like when I look at women are beautiful, I can understand how
Oh,
a
yeah.
woman would be more attracted to another woman than necessarily a man to another man. But that's just me.
I don't know, but
That's-
men are beautiful.
Some
They're
are.
they're assholes, but they can be beautiful assholes.
Some are that as well.
It's like, I mean, I think.
And some of us have great
Now
fashion
I will
sense.
say. Now I will say this. I am a
But-
firm believer that women are. What is it called? The higher gender. Is that a word to
The
use?
fairer
or-
sex.
The fairer
Fairer
sex.
sex.
I think women are. I do. And the only reason I say that is, and I can say that confidently as a man who is, I'm proud to be a man. I say that because I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't met the nicer men yet.
Yeah.
No offense, guys. But it's not you guys, but I just think. Not even that. Women are more open-minded people. I think women
Definitely.
are more intuition,
Empathetic.
empathetic. They're
agree with
empaths.
that.
But the sad thing is, I think it's because men, for so long, if I'm being honest, here we're going deep. Men for so long have been raised and groomed, so to speak, by society to be tough, and you can't cry and you can't show emotion. Men cry. I'm sure you both want to cry sometimes
cried
about
on the
things.
way
and,
here.
Oh, would you?
I believe Brandon.
But that's the thing with men is y'all are taught and this is a very generalization, but
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
are taught not to express emotions
Right.
except through anger and different
Yeah.
pretty unhealthy ways to
And
do
that's
it.
almost default.
Yeah.
like
Instead
the
of-
anger, 'cause
yeah.
we don't know how to
Because
deal
you're
with
mad,
the
so go
emotion.
punch a wall
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's how you express how mad you are.
Yeah.
Instead of saying my feelings are hurt because
A,
this,
B, C,
I
D.
feel this because
Yeah.
you don't want to ever start a I feel sentence.
Well, and now that we're starting to do that,
Yeah. Doesn't it feel good,
women
though?
are
Doesn't
fucking.
it?
Women are like, I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah,
Oh, you're dating the wrong women.
I'm not dating.
Oh.
Well, the other problem is, I'll say this, is when y'all figure out that you can start saying those things, you don't shut the fuck up. Like
No, well.
you have what 30 plus years
You
of
have
like
to-
emotions
yeah.
that you want to dump on your lesbian friend in one night. Like no, like y'all
Yeah.
gotta get a diary or
old-
some
no.
shit.
Yes.
Like,
An old friend of mine told me one time
Any
the
of that.
best advice I can give you. The old friend, she's my old girlfriend of mine. I mean, she's not anymore because she's a bitch. But anyway, this was good advice though. She told me, she said, you vent about something for 30 minutes, and then after 30 minutes, you don't vent about it for the rest of the day. Then you have 30 minutes to vent about it tomorrow. It's a very good,
Okay.
it's good to
30
cope.
minutes.
But that's for
every day?
anybody.
Is that every day? 30
Well, you don't
minutes?
have to, but like if something's on your mind every day.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
government forced me to write things down. They
The
did.
IRS forced you to
Not
write
the
things.
IRS.
That's a census.
Pro-
Pickle.
probation.
I
Probation.
don't think they were caring
They
about
were-
your feelings, sweetheart. I think they just
No, they were. They give you booklets. They make you go to classes and stuff.
do they?
They put you in rehab. Yeah, they do.
You
I went through a whole thing.
I tell you, I had family members who went to rehab, and
Anger management.
when it happened, it's gonna sound so sick, but I was 8. Keep in mind, I was kind of a little jealous. Those family members, if they ever watch this, are gonna want to kill me. But I was kind of a little jealous because I thought it was like a hotel stay. I thought it was very glamorous. I was like,
Where? At jail?
No, it
Rehab.
wasn't jail. It was
A
rehab?
rehab?
There's a difference. It's
yeah.
like, yeah, it's like a clinic for
decompression
rehabilitation.
center.
Rehab is better
Yeah,
than jail. I'll
and
give
it's
it
like
that.
you know
It's
you
still a
get
jail.
Should
you get
be.
food and you get a pool and you get arts and crafts.
Let me
Sounds
tell you,
just like jail.
rehab. One of my best
They have a
friends.
pool at jail.
No.
When I was in rehab, one of my best friends
showers.
Was a gay man, and his name was Patrick. What's up, Patrick? You little piece of candy, you. He
Did you
taught
learn
me-
to call him that in rehab?
No, that was his thing. His thing, we would go out in the world, like we had the buddy system in rehab, and he was my buddy. So he would take me, we would go to New Orleans. This is from the West Bank. We would take a bus to New Orleans, and you have to get like a dentist appointment or something, and then boom, you got the day to yourself. You know what I mean? And he taught me how to like work the system when I was in the system.
Was this an?
And he taught me we like go fucking gamble. We would go do all kinds of shit. And
So
he
do
was,
the things they
and
tell you
he
not
would-
to do in rehab.
He was a gay man that had
To cope
children.
with.
Like Brandon said, he was a gay man. He had a whole family. But when he realized he was a gay man, he like put it all aside. He was like, I'm all the way gay. And that was his thing. We would go around, he'd be like, ooh, Pickle, look at that little piece of candy. Look at that, you know what I mean? And that was his fucking thing. But he would also be like, watch this. I'm gonna fuck with this dude right here and get his number. And he was a savage. Like Patrick was a savage. He could
See-
fuck straight dudes, gay, anybody, you know what I mean? And I would be like, he was a slick dude.
The
you know
way
what I mean?
you
Like,
say it is just so aggressive.
it's because I'm still a Neanderthal a little bit. Let's
not all
I'm
the way.
still evolving here.
You have a
all
child
right?
now. You're a little bit more mellow.
That
I
does
am.
not mean anything.
Yeah, but
That
no,
doesn't-
Patrick.
I'm trying to give him credit.
Let me tell you, I'm trying to get to something because
Okay.
Patrick, he like made me like I found out like you like gay dudes. You can love gay dudes, but he confused me for a second. Like when you were going back to like when you thought about if you were gay or not. Patrick was the dude that made me think about, hey, am I gay or not? Because we were in rehab and he left the rehab, but he was like my
Did
best
you miss
friend.
him?
I missed the shit out of him. You understand? Like I love the fuck out
Go
of
watch
Patrick.
Beaches. You'll understand that here in Chip.
Holy shit! Talk about full circle.
Yeah.
You will.
So look,
That's accurate.
That'll be
though.
your favorite movie.
It's really not.
Patrick.
the counselor calls me. The counselor calls me into the office and is like, "Hey, I know you and Patrick were like close. Are you okay?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And when you get sober, AA, they tell you the good thing about getting sober is you get your feelings back. The bad thing about getting sober is you get your feelings back.
Yeah.
And when he started telling me, like, I knew y'all were friends, and he just left, and I was like, well, I'm okay, but I don't know. And I started crying, dude. And I was like, in the middle of me crying, I was like, does this mean I'm gay? And he was like, no, son. He was like, no, son.
What, the crying or
It
the
doesn't
missing?
mean
I
you're
mean,
gay. It
See,
was
but that's
like-
what you were taught. You're like, I'm crying. I must be gay.
Right.
It's like, that's not how it works.
Ain't
That's not
I'm
how
missing
it
a- I'm
works.
missing a
Not how it
man.
works at
No.
all.
The damn
You just
West
got a
Bank.
friend.
And you have a fucking feeling, like
Right.
you felt a feeling, and you were like, "Oh God, this has to." It's like,
I
no,
know,
it just
right?
means you have feelings.
Oh no,
Exactly.
you felt
You're not
the
dead
feeling.
inside,
I'm
man.
an actual person. You know?
That's right.
But,
I think-
Right, that's a good way to put it.
It's-
You're not dead inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not dead inside.
Yeah, but I love Patrick. He was my dude.
Oh, do you still keep in touch with him?
No, I haven't seen him in years. After rehab, I did for a little
You should
while,
reach
but like I
out to
said,
him.
I can't find. I don't have his number or anything. He got around. He's one of those dudes
You
that
didn't.
get around.
You didn't have his Facebook or any.
No, I don't have.
You don't know his
face.
last name. They don't tell you
Nah.
that in rehab.
I mean, he didn't tell me.
His last initials.
He didn't tell. I didn't. Never caught it. I mean,
he was
but
your
I-
best friend. You didn't know his last name.
in rehab, he was my best friend.
Jeez.
But Patrick, now you're gonna have me going back.
I'm
looking
sorry.
For him.
You've been pulling out all telephone
Well,
books if he can still find
I
any.
love. There's nothing more fun to me when you run into an old friend, unless it's an old friend who was an asshole. But if it's an old friend that you like haven't seen in years, that happened to me recently, and
Yeah.
I hadn't seen this old girlfriend of mine in years, and we picked up right where we left off. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, he's definitely the kind of dude. Like if I saw him, I would hug him, and he was so lotioned up, he would just pop out my arms. You know.
Lotion.
He would. He was,
Gay
I love
men-
Patrick. He was.
Gay men can be like puppy dogs. We are very loyal.
Yeah, you're lovable too. Like gay dudes are some of my best friends nowadays.
They're fabulous.
You know? Like I love the shit out of Ryan.
They're-
That is my best.
Oh,
Like,
I love Ryan.
yeah. He's a
My
whole
friend.
He's a whole nother level of with his life. You know what I mean? I'm proud of him too.
He's so fabulous.
I'm proud of you too, Seth. You came
Thank you,
up.
darling.
You know, and I love Amanda. Amanda's always been to put this out
really feeling
here.
it right now.
What?
Pickle's
Amanda
really feeling
has
it.
been an inspiration
feeling
to
it.
me.
Feel it. Feel
since, Well, no, Amanda's been an inspiration to me in the scene since the beginning. You know, she would tell me advice and shit, and she was one of the people that was nice to me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get that niceness from everybody, and I appreciate that.
Me either.
of course.
I appreciate to get the chance to tell you that.
I
on
give
my
advice
platform.
whether you want it or not.
Right. No, but it's
I'm like, I'm just gonna tell you this was an observation I had. Take it or leave it. You know.
right. But I was able to talk to you, and you would like tell me like you working hard. I see you working hard, and
Yeah.
you weren't an asshole to me, and stuff like that helped me continue in the scene.
Yeah,
You
of
know what I
course.
mean?
If I see people that are new and working hard and doing their thing, like I love when people are in their lane doing their thing, feeling their vibe. Like absolutely.
Yeah.
And you were always nice to me. Like why would I not be nice to you?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like in the beginning,
It's
like
like
a lot
who
of
hurt you,
people-
Pickle? I'll kill him.
a lot of
I'ma
people
fuck
sat
'em
back
up.
from me.
Take a hit out on
A lot
them.
of people sat back from
I'm
me.
gonna
in the
find Patrick
beginning.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting though because I was the same way. A lot of people. Well, I don't know. A lot of people just I don't think didn't know what to do with me. It was just kind of like, what is this like rainbow fish out of water like in this pond like.
You found your pond. Yeah,
I'm
you
just.
definitely
I don't know
found
if
your
I found my pond. I like to hop different ponds. I've always been like that. I noticed that in high school
pond
too. Like,
hopper, huh?
well, because I am a pond hopper. Well, because I went to a very cliquish high school, and like everybody like hung with their clique, but I
Yeah.
didn't. In the mornings I would hang with certain crowd. In lunch I would hang with a certain crowd. After school I would hang with because they're really in the club. Because like I said, I grew up in a small town called Cutoff, which if you don't know it, it's okay because it's literally like. So south, you wouldn't
It's
even-
cut off from everything else. Huh?
It's cut off from everything else,
Yeah.
yes. And I wrote that joke. You owe me $2. Anyway, you quoted my act. No, I'm kidding.
No, he's not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, bitch, I'm coming for that $2.
Listen, when the blazer's on, I'm ready to do business. No. So, but in all seriousness, I went to high school in Thibodeau, which we were talking about, and I went to a private school, which shall remain. Did I say the name on air? I was going to say which shall remain nameless. Okay, I'll keep it remain nameless because they probably want to sue me for all the things I've said about them on stage already. But anyway, anywho. I went to a school where I wasn't necessarily like in the clique, you know what I mean? Because I started out doing theater when I was 12 years old, and so I was never like really in the clique of the theater, like clique, especially at school. So I always like to hop ponds. I kind of was like because I'm a singer too. So like I always felt like to the comedians I'm a singer, and to the singers I'm a comedian, and to the actors I'm whatever the hell this, I'm an act. But so I'm a pond hopper. That's
to
a
me,
good thing
you're
to describe me.
fabulous, baby.
Oh, thank you. You're really feeling your feels today.
Yeah.
I
He
like
is in him. That
that.
dude listened to Drake all the way here.
I like that side of Pickle. You have an assignment. Go listen to the Beaches soundtrack on your way home.
I will. I'm gonna watch
It's
the
a
movie
soundtrack,
for
too.
real.
Yeah.
I will.
You
That's-
better. It's a
that's-
good movie.
That's
It's
my.
a really good movie.
It
That's
really
my
is.
It actually is a really fucking good
And the
movie.
fact that he's a straight man and can say this, because
It's-
everybody's
yeah.
like, it's a gay movie. It's just a good movie.
Yeah, I thank you guys for the recommendation and also coming in and having a good time with us. here
Are we
today.
done already?
We're done already.
What?
Yeah,
This
and
is
then
so
it goes by so
upsetting.
quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It-
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank
I
y'all
feel
both
like
for
we
coming
only
in.
talked about beaches for an hour. This is very upsetting to
Shouts
me.
to Bette Midler and
Shout out
Barbara Hershey.
Shout out to Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey.
Oh, look, you got Barbara Hershey. Fuck yeah.
Yes, I'm proud of you.
That's
and,
what I'm here to do, is to acknowledge the women.
Follow, yes,
Yeah.
and don't follow Bette Midler on Twitter because you'll probably get very mad at her for some of the
Oh, I'm
things she
following
says.
that bitch.
But,
I'm at least going to go stalk her. after all of
don't
this.
say that publicly. You
Just for the day. It's not stalking if it's just a day.
It's not stuff. That's what all my exes used to say.
It's an experiment if it's just for a day.
It's an experiment. Well, thank you for having. I had a great time.
Yes,
and,
thank y'all for both coming in. Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Thank
Happy
you.
Pride Month. I know.
I
I don't.
appreciate-
Did we pride it up for this episode? I don't know that I
Yeah,
felt that
we
we
did.
We
did.
got Pickle in his feels.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So that is the new Pride tradition. I feel should be done in the comedy scene in New Orleans is to get Pickle in his feelings during Pride Month.
Just for the day.
And that's how you know. That's how we should have you do something like Pickle's viewing party of beaches. I feel like that would be a really big
Yeah,
hit.
we're going too far now. I'm gonna get some ice cream and
gonna
bundle
stop.
up.
Yeah, I was like, it's a private moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, I used to think it was real quick. I used to think that movie was such a kind of an emotional movie, but it was kind of campy. And I watched it after 5 years of not watching it, and y'all, I cried so
Yeah.
much
Oh my God.
because you understand it as an adult. You understand
Yeah.
what it's like to lose a friend. You understand what it's like to feel your feels. You know.
I'm definitely going to keep my
Even at my age.
phone on loud all the way up because if you need to call somebody,
No,
and I'm
yeah.
sure that you will want to,
Yeah.
just Go ahead.
Be there
I'll
for
hear
me.
it. I'll hear it. Yes.
I appreciate
got
that.
it.
my
I love
God.
this. I love that moment.
I
Yeah.
love that's a
I
very
do
good.
too.
That's
It
a
is.
very good
Thank
moment.
you.
I
All
love seeing
around.
straight men like supporting each other to
Yeah.
feel their feels. It's very
Hey,
nice.
That's what we do sometimes.
I'm just gonna use those
We'll show-
we got
vulnerabilities
feelings we
against
put
you.
out
Everyone,
there.
if you are listening, feel your feels.
Feel your feels. That's the episode today. Feel your
Feel.
feels. And putting the FU
I
in
feel that.
funny, y'all. There
Yeah.
we go.
Thank
And watch beaches.
And yes, and
Bitches.
Watch beaches, bitch.
watch beaches. That's the lesson learned today. Jake,
Thank you guys for coming in.
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you. It's been fabulous.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Woo.
That's our episode.